It is Sunday, and a couple days ago, TikTok gave me back the ability to make longer videos. So I could do a 5-minute video if I wanted to. And given how they've treated me over the last several days, I think I'm going to do just that. They probably won't like it. So you're probably only going to be able to see this on my other social media platforms. But let's send it and see what happens. I'm going to talk about what's happening at TikTok. Because it's scary. It's worrisome. I'm going to talk about what's happening in Gaza. I'm going to talk about what's happening with Prince Andrew. And I'm going to talk about what's happening with everyone's favorite leader of the opposition, Pepe Le Poilievre. But first up, what's going on TikTok is it's actually terrifying. What it appears is happening is they are silencing people from the bottom up. Certain videos are being flagged for community guidelines violations, even though there's no violation whatsoever. You know what's happening with me. I've been silenced with a full-on ban. I've been shadow banned. I've had follower restrictions. It could be worse, though. News Dude has gone missing. His account is set to private, like mine was a couple days ago. But he hasn't made any content for weeks now. Dash Dabrowski apparently is missing. Hasn't made content since August. Not just on TikTok, like in general. No content. Completely silent. I'm lucky because I live here in Canada. And we live under the rule of law. So no one can come for me. They can just silence me. And I don't care. And since I don't care, let me start off with Pepe Le Poilievre. A couple days ago, he accused the RCMP of covering up for Justin Trudeau. You know, he really has an issue with Justin Trudeau, doesn't he? And now since the whole Katy Perry thing has come out, he just can't keep that man's name out of his mouth. See, making these allegations is a problem. It's very Trump-like. Very, very Trump-like. Because he has no evidence. And you see, he has no security clearance, so he can lie as much as he wants. But there are repercussions because the leadership review is coming up in January. And he ain't making friends, because he's not a friendly type. He won't be the leader after January. They're done. They're done. There's him and there's his ilk. He will step down. Well, he'll step down. He'll be voted out. Somebody else will be voted in. And then he'll be asked to leave Battle River Crowfoot. Mark my words. He will not be in the Parliament next year. You Battle River Crowfoot people, you're going to an election again. When? Who knows? See, PP's biggest problem is that he can't read the room. He doesn't know when to keep his mouth shut. Maybe it's because Justin Trudeau's name is filling up so much space in that mouth. See, he loves to support these people. And a few days ago, these people had a ceasefire that was brokered by the Turnip down south. Brokered by. Anyway, I saw through this. They were looking for more fish to put into the barrel. So, coincidentally, just after all those Palestinians walked back into Gaza, well, look at that. The ceasefire is over. Because, blatant violations of the ceasefire. Violations like this. Playing football and just trying to be a kid. The degree of brutality that is happening is so great that it throws into question the entire October 7th narrative. Because this self-defense excuse has been used over and over and over again. And I'm not buying it. And there's going to be more of these attacks. Because of course there will be. As long as there are Palestinians willing to go back to this. I'm going to wrap it up with this because I think this is all tied together. UK's Prince Andrew asked police to help smear this to cover his ass, which he should have just kept covered up in the first place. Oh, by the way, you can still call him Prince Andrew, but that's about it. Everything else is gone. He has given up the Duke of York title and all of his royal duties. He is no longer His Royal Highness Prince Andrew. He's just Andrew. Like at this point, it's almost derogatory to call him Prince Andrew. And of course, why is this happening? Well, it's because of those e-files that everyone's waiting for. Not the tax ones. The other ones. You know, the e-files that implicate him and the Turnip and probably implicate a whole bunch of people in government and wealthy people. And probably that country there as well, which would mean AIPAC, which would then suck in a whole bunch of people taking money from AIPAC. Oh, it's an ugly tangled web. I want to be very clear where I stand on this. I want every single person who is involved with this to go down. Every single one. If they didn't say anything or they didn't do anything, they're an accomplice. I want them all to be taken down.